Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ticking Machines. Thanks for visiting my channel, and if you enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll get notified of new videos. Okay, so let's get on with the review. So today we have a review of the first Parnis that I have. And like many videos already in YouTube, I decided to get a different one. This is the Parnis version of the Rolex GMT with a color combination that is called Root Beer, and it's called like that because of the combination between the burgundy on the dial, half tone of the bezel, and the rose gold accents both on the bezel and also on the markings and the hands. I think it's a very dressy and elegant combination, less sporty than say the Batman or the Pepsi models. So let's check some specs and how it looks. So first, for the price, I got this at AliExpress for around $65, which is a really great value. I used standard AliExpress shipping, but surprisingly it took around 30 days to arrive, so not so bad like other watches that I ordered. I guess the shipping from China has improved considerably. So the caliber, it's powered by a Dixmont Wanzhou DG3804B, and that's a mouthful. It's a GMT movement, which some say it's a clone of the ETA 2893. It has 22 joules, hand winds and hacking. It has 36 hours of reserve. And I found on a website that it beats at 28,800 beats per hour. But putting it on my time grapher app, it shows 21,600. So I think I'll stop sharing my time grapher app screen until I can get a proper time grapher machine, so I'm not giving you false specs. On the first crown position, if I can do this, okay, if I move forward, it changes the day. If I move backwards, it changes the GMT hand. And the second position, it hacks the movement, and I can change the time. So pretty standard GMT function. Of course, the GMT hand turns every 24 hours, as expected. So for example, if I want to, today, let's see, it's 6:52, right? So let's put it in 6:52. And I want to, today is the 13. So let's move to the 13. 9, 10, 12, 13. There you go. And Seattle, I have people in Seattle that I want to track the time. So it's 4:52 in Seattle, almost 5 p.m. So it's 5 p.m. is 17 hours. So it should be around here. That's 5 p.m. Almost time for entering the night. So if the hand is in the burgundy side, it's daylight. If the hand is in the black side, it's nighttime. Pretty useful. Pretty nice. Love it. Okay, so the case, let's go for some dimensions. 316L steel, polished on the sides and brushed, very nicely brushed on the top of the case. 41 millimeters in diameter, 45 including the crown, 12.5 millimeters thick, and 52.5 lug to lug. The crown is a nice and grippy, although it is unsigned. I was expecting to see a P for Parnis here. Didn't got it. And it has a typical Rolex crown guard. The back is completely sterile. with a Rolex style screw-in cover. The Parnis store in AliExpress mentions 100 meters of water resistance. Although I also seen 3 ATMs, which is 30 meters, and Parnis.com advertises that you can get 50 meters of water resistance for an extra $18. So as you can see, this is all over the place. I showered with it almost daily for a week, and so far no moisture creeping in. But I won't trust it too much for swimming, quite frankly. The bracelet. Well, this is the best part of this watch. I decided on Jubilee bracelet as I love my Tag Heuer Jubilee, being super comfortable, and it is. And this one but definitely won't disappoint. It is a solid 316L brushed with polished inner links. It's 20 millimeters wide, tapering down to 16 and growing back to 18 at the clasp. It has solid links, solid end links, and it has a very nice screw pins. I wasn't expecting to have screw pins. It was a pleasant surprise. The clasp, it is signed, although the sign is weird, too big for my taste. It has a very nice mill clasp with dual pushers. It has 3 points of mic adjustment and a wet day extension, which is a great addition. It's really stiff, as you can see, and it's very stiff. I love the clasp and the bracelet, but the clasp feels so sharp to the point of being a little bit uncomfortable. And also has a stiff link on the side, as you can see here. I don't know why is this stiff link here. It creates like a bump when you're wearing it. I'm gonna give you a quick wrist check with my cordial, and I'm gonna wear this watch for a second so you can see what I mean with the stiff link. See? The bump there, it's weird. Shouldn't be there. I think I'll be swapping this clasp, the whole thing, the whole clasp, not the bracelet, but the clasp, with a proper oyster type clasp in the future. Don't get me wrong, the bracelet is the best bracelet I currently own, and I'm still debating in selling this watch or not. And I did try replacing the bracelet with L'Oreal before letting it go, but sadly it won't fit. So I won't be able to fit the L'Oreal bracelet to sell it. So the dial, it's a deep black Submariner dial with no pattern or sunburst. It has a typical Submariner Mercedes hands with very nice lume. All markers and hands have rose gold edges, which nicely combines with a burgundy bezel. It has a flat sapphire crystal with no AR coating. It has a date complication with sapphire cyclops as well. It has applied markers with printed logo, text, and chapter marks. The lume is fairly nice for a non-diver's watch. Bezel, it has 90 clicks on a directional bezel with just a little bit of back plate, but not that much, quite frankly. It has a nice ceramic insert with no lume pip, which is not needed. It's not a diver's watch. Okay, so size for my wrist. This one goes to 139 grams or 4.9 ounces. And adding the rest of the links goes up to 145 or 5.1 ounces. So final comments. I really like this watch a lot, but the discrepancy of the water resistance really worries me. The movement is very nice, and the GMT function is quite usable when traveling or having to keep 2 time zones in check at all times. I also like the color combination, although it's a little bit too dressy for me. I prefer a more sporty one, like a Batman or a Pepsi dial. But again, this is completely me. I mean, the watch is, in a word, gorgeous. But I see myself using it when wearing suit and tie, which happens like once or twice a year. And in 2020, I don't think it'll ever happen once. I already mentioned that I might be selling this watch as I don't see really fitting my style. And I do like the GMT function, so I'll research the market for other options. Pagani design looks like a viable one. We'll see. So there you go. Thanks for watching.